beginning the promise. I was 10 years old when I made the promise. The day still lives inside my mind like a dream I can't wake from. My father, a diplomat stationed on the neutral planet Celeria, took me with him for one mission, to meet the heir of the Celerian Empire. I expected someone terrifying. Every human story painted Calerians as fierce, tall, armored, aristocratic warriors with glowing eyes and battle-marked skin. Instead, I met a girl. She was maybe my age, hiding behind pillars in the palace garden while political delegates argued nearby. Her silver hair shimmered like moonlight, and her purple eyes glowed with curiosity rather than dominance. I didn't know she was a princess, not until she tried to speak to me in broken English. You human small.
Soft.
But I like. She wasn't teasing. She was honest. We couldn't speak the same language fluently, but we didn't need to. We played as children do, chasing each other around the courtyard, laughing in the fountains, hiding from guards sent to collect her. Eventually, she showed me the palace guardian beasts, enormous, sleek panther-like creatures who purred like house cats when she hugged them. She told me her name, Velyara. When our fathers finally found us, the adults were furious and terrified. Humans never interacted casually with royal Calerians. Cultures and wars created distance and danger. My father grabbed me, trying to separate us, but Velyara held my hand tightly. "Will you come back?" she asked, trembling like the words cost her. "I promise," I told her. "I'll always come back." She smiled, the kind of smile that makes the universe brighter. Then I was forced to leave. 2 days later, war broke out between humanity and the Celerian Empire. My father never let me return, and for 20 years, I carried the memory, the promise, and the guilt of breaking it. Middle. The reunion no one expected. The war ended in blood and silence. I became a xenobiologist for the Galactic Union, someone who should have been safe from conflict. But fate doesn't care about safety. My research ship was intercepted on the edges of Celerian territory. We were boarded, disarmed, and dragged out by towering warriors in black armor. One soldier scanned my face, flinched, and immediately shackled me. "You," she growled, "will be taken directly to the throne." My crew was escorted elsewhere, but I was brought alone through glittering palace corridors. The palace I remembered from childhood, only now patrolled by war-scarred soldiers and death statues. The throne room doors opened. My heart stopped. There she sat, the woman who ruled the most feared empire in the galaxy. Empress Velyara. She was nothing like the girl I remembered. She was tall, armored in obsidian, crowned in silver, her hair braided like war banners. Her glowing eyes could silence armies. But when she saw me, the room changed. Her breath caught. Her stiff expression cracked. She knew me. "Release him," she commanded softly. Every guard obeyed instantly. Silence swept across the throne hall. Velyara stood and approached slowly, cautious, tense, emotional. She stopped inches from me. "You came back." Her voice was barely a whisper. I swallowed. It took longer than it should have. She looked away, her jaw tight. I waited every single year, every cycle, for a foolish human promise. She turned, walking toward the throne again, but her voice shook. "You do not realize what your words did to me." I stepped toward her. "Tell me."
She paused.
A queen shouldn't tremble, but she did. When war was declared, every council demanded I embrace hatred. They expected me to lead with vengeance. Her voice cracked, but I kept remembering the child who held my hand instead of fearing me. She looked over her shoulder, her eyes like stars. "I built my reign around peace because of you." The breath left my lungs. If I had hated humans, she continued, I would have become another tyrant. But instead, I held on to that promise. My knees nearly gave out. A childhood moment had shaped the entire direction of a galactic empire. But it wasn't only politics. Her voice softened. I waited for you as a woman. The soldiers around the room went still, not in shock, but acceptance. They already knew. The Empress of Celeria had loved a memory for 20 years. I whispered, Valyara? She turned fully then, raw, vulnerable, terrified. You promised you would return. Her voice cracked. Now that you have, will you leave again? The conflict, power versus promise. The reunion spread across the empire like wildfire. Factions within the Celerian government were outraged. A human connected to the Empress? An emotional weakness? A diplomatic disaster? The council demanded she sever ties with me. If you care for the stability of the empire, the High Minister snarled, remove him. Valyara's response was calm, deadly. Touch him, and I will dismantle this council with my own hands. The entire room froze. She was willing to risk political war over me. That terrified me more than imprisonment ever did. Afterward, I confronted her in her private sanctum. You can't risk everything for me. She laughed weakly, wiping tears she didn't want anyone to see. I already did. When I was 5. And again when I was 15. And again when I became queen. Do you think a heart chooses what is safe? Silence. Then she stepped close, too close for a queen. I need to hear your answer. Do you stay because you want to, or because you feel guilty? My heart pounded. She deserved honesty. I came back because I wanted to, I said. The guilt was because I didn't come sooner. She breathed out, relief like a collapsing star. But emotions alone couldn't fix the danger. Civil conflict was spreading. Assassination attempts were being prepared. The empire trembled. I knew what had to be done. And it terrified me more than anything. The ending. The promise kept. The council gathered one last time. Valyara was expected to choose between her throne and a human. Before she could speak, I stepped forward and spoke first. I don't want to divide this empire, I said, projecting my voice across the throne chamber. So, I will give you the peace you want. Gasps echoed through the room, including Valyara's. I will leave Celeria, but not because I don't care. I leave because I love this world too much to be the reason it burns. Valyara's face crumpled, heartbreak harder than steel. The council members smirked, until she rose with the fury of a storm. No, she said. Love is not weakness. Love is the reason this empire will not fall. She stepped to my side and took my hand, publicly, defiantly. I choose him, and if I lose the throne for that, then the throne never deserved me. She looked directly at the council. Who here believes they can rule this empire better than I can? No one spoke. No one dared. That moment broke the coup before it formed. Power is fear, but loyalty is devotion. Valyara turned to me, the fierce queen replaced by the girl from the garden. You are not leaving. She whispered. Not again. Not ever. I pulled her close, resting my forehead against hers. That was my promise from the beginning. The throne room erupted in cheers, not because humans won, not because love won, but because the galaxy finally understood. Even a queen could be changed by a childhood moment of kindness. Final scene. Years later. We walked the palace garden together, older but still hand in hand. Delegates no longer trembled around me. Children laughed nearby, playing near the fountains, just as we once did. Valyara leaned against me, voice soft. Do you regret coming back? I kissed the crown of her head. I regret only that it took me so long. She smiled, the same smile that once lit up my childhood. A promise made in childhood, kept in adulthood, she whispered. That is how legends are born. I squeezed her hand. No, I said. That's how love is born. The sun dipped over the palace, shining on us. Not a queen and a diplomat anymore, but two children, reunited at last.